Welcome everybody to Los Angeles, California, the city at the forefront of skateboarding since the very beginning. A place of skate culture that runs deep with skate spots around every corner and pros everywhere you look. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Tonight, it's the men's final SLS World Tour LA. Paul Zitzer along with Chris Cole, and we have a huge night. The top 8 skaters in the world are about to take to the course on the path to the 2020 Olympic Games in Tokyo. But first, let's take a look back at last year. So much great skateboarding from all the best. Yuto and Nigel were on fire, 9 clubs flying.
It was just such an elevated amount of skate tricks. They were really hammering it down.
And we can expect to see more of that tonight. But first, Chris, who do you think has a shot at taking the win here?
You know what? Carlos Ribeiro looks really good out there. He seems to be just flowing and doing his own thing where he's taking his time, he's doing the tricks absolutely perfect and skating like him, and that's exactly what he should be doing.
Now, you're right, but then there's a lot of new blood out on the course. The young kids coming up. Sora Shirai is one from Japan, but my pick is Mario McCoy. He is on fire. He breezed through the semifinals. This is his first ever final, but I expect big things from him tonight. But let's be real, defending champion and the winningest SLS pro in history, Nigel Houston, is on the course, and he has been killing it here. Now let's talk about the path to the Olympics. Next year in Tokyo, there's going to be 20 men and 20 women per discipline invited, and the requirements are as such. Minimum 1 per Olympic continent. The Americas, Europe, Oceania, Asia, and Africa each must send a skater. Minimum 1 skater per host country, which is Japan, and then the qualification period begins. It already began, and it ends in May 30th, 2020. How do you earn points? Well, you got to put it down here in SLS events and other points events. Top 2 placings from this year, plus the top 4 placings from next year. Total a skater's final placing. Now let's talk about how this event works with the basics. There are 2 sections to Street League, the run section and best trick section. Each skater starts with 2 45-second runs, followed by 5 best trick attempts anywhere on the course, and the top 4 scores count. That's it. And now it is time to meet the skaters in tonight's men's final. Coming out of France, Vincent Milou finished 2nd last year in London to qualify into SLS, and he's been on a tear. This is his 3rd SLS final.
He's doing a great job out there. Actually, really, really consistent with different tricks that other people aren't really doing.
And out of Brazil, skating in his first ever SLS event, making it all the way to the final. Winner of the 2019 Phoenix Am, Giovanni Viana. He's going to come with a lot of surprises. Unique bag of tricks for him. And out of Japan, one of many who have been on a tear this year. He placed 6th in London. This is his 2nd SLS event. Sora Shirai. All right, an American in the mix. 2018 Dam Am of the Year. So he was skating only amateur events up until very recently. This is his first ever SLS final. Mario McCoy.
He's been killing it. He's doing really, really well. Waving to his people.
And of course, the 2015 world champion, Kelvin Hoffler. Ever since then, he's been putting it down just as strong, but finishing second and third almost every single event because of Nigel Houston, always in his way, standing between him and first place. And then your pick, Chris, Carlos Ribeiro, another Brazilian, but tonight looking exceptionally strong.
That's right. He seems to be lacking at the other events. He was lacking just, you know, the singles or the runs weren't there or something like that. But today he's really putting it down. He's really doing it well.
Let's hope that he can keep it going here tonight in the final. And also out of Japan, winner of last year's SLS LA stop right here in this building, Yuto Horigome. He's like a rolling 9 club. Everything he does has the potential to turn to gold. Yuto.
Yeah, casually killing.
And of course, two-time back-to-back defending world champ 2017 and 18. He's a 5-time overall world champ. Nigel Houston, you already know he can do it all.
Yeah, he's so gnarly. He just keeps getting better though.
And he's looking confident, looking like he's in a good mood, good headspace. And when that's the case, he can be completely unbeatable.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here's the start list. Vincent Malou from France will be coming in first, followed by Giovanni Viana, Sora Shirai, Mario McCoy, Kelvin Hoffler, Carlos Ribeiro, Yuto Horigome, and Nigel Houston. And again, such a great international field, and the depth of talent is out of this world. Let's talk about this SLS course, Chris. Another California Skate Parks production. What do you think? What are the skaters dealing with?
The skaters are actually dealing with it very well. I mean, those gap to rails, the gap to Yoa rails off the bump, they are far. And they're killing it.
And that's where skaters are getting the most points. Expect that to continue here in the final. Vincent Malou, first skater in. He'll be setting the pace, waiting for the go-ahead. And here we go. Men's final has begun with the backside tail to bail. But you know, Vincent's gonna hustle.
I appreciate the hustle. You know, having any sort of falls in your run, though, they really do open it up for a bad score. Plus, historically, unless you've absolutely murdered your line, you're going to have to pick it up in your best trick section.
But as we've said in the past, it's better to bail early and make up for it with the rest of your time than to bail at the end and deflate the run at the end. Huge finish for Vincent.
Great.
And that is time before the fall.
You know, to your point, bailing in the very beginning does have its merits, only if you're not a head case and will completely melt down. And a lot of skaters melt down. Look
Vincent did not.
Big finish, switchback Smith, the best one he did all day.
Right,
there.
we saw him do that trick a few times in the semifinals. A little so-so.
But that was good. That was a great way to end it.
But with the fall, it's going to hurt his score some. The judges got to keep the scores within range, 7.2.
It's crazy to think that that's a throwaway score.
Yeah,
but
that's right.
It will be.
Just so you know, last year's score to win this from Yuto was a 36.4. That means 9.1 average score of the four.
Yeah, you can't beat somebody like that.
Right.
You just can't.
So Giovanni Viana from Brazil is in, skating in his first ever SLS event.
That has to be a trip. First ever event, and you're in the finals. Talk about nerves.
And talk about how we got here. He had to skate through an open qualifier and then a quarterfinal and then the semifinals. And now he's here. He has put in a ton of work to be here.
That's also a ton of soreness. His trick selection is off the wall.
It really is. There's no conventional moves coming out of Giovanni. Oh, that's after time.
That's after time, but it was cool.
Yeah.
You know, Giovanni has a really strange bag of tricks. And I think that although it's super rad and it's cool for us to watch and it got him to the finals, that bag of tricks isn't going to beat a Nyjah Huston.
Unless he can do those tricks and more.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
And he might be hiding tricks.
I think there's a good chance he is. I don't think he finished off his whole routine.
Oh, yeah.
In the semi.
Yeah.
Sora Shirai. He placed 6th in London in May, and here he is again in the final. He's a new force to be reckoned with, and I think he's going to be around a long time.
Coming out really strong with that 180 switch crook.
And you see him wearing the helmet. That means he's not 18 or over, 17 years old, has to wear the helmet due to the Olympic rules.
Big pop out of that front blunt with 15 seconds left on the clock.
That's a cool one. Big spin board slide. Manny Santiago special.
Does Sora have tricks that could beat Nyjah? Does anyone really, when it comes down to it?
Yeah. I think everybody here is an incredible skateboarder. It's how much strategy, what type of day you're having, what type of day the other guys are having.
Right.
It all has to play in.
So that is another look at some of Sora's signature moves that he does so well. Waiting on that score. So we haven't seen anybody's best skating yet. Nine club for Sora Shirai on his first run to take the lead. That is crazy. All right, now let me give you a breakdown of the pylon on the left of your screen and how it works. Below the skaters' names are the run section and best trick tabs. The top 4 scores will be shown in white and the drop scores will be shown in gray. Below that is the leaderboard. The current skater's name is highlighted in white, and after each attempt, their name will be in gray until they skate again, and the leaderboard will update after every single score. And then finally on the bottom tab, you'll see what score the skater needs for the lead. And if they can't take the lead, you'll see the highest placing they can get with a score. That's the pylon. So Sora Shirai coming out and putting it down. First 9 of the final here tonight came early, and Mario McCoy is on the course.
A bunch of strong opens for these dudes today. You know, coming out with the 180 switch crook, Sora, and then front nose blunt, that bump to bar, Mario. It's a really good, I guess, like kickoff to get the judges to really notice you mean business.
And of course, we've talked about it so many times. When it gets to the best trick section, if you have 2 great run scores on the board, it takes off so much pressure. It really allows the skater to just open it up and run away with it. And Mario McCoy just put in an incredible run.
That was really good. Check it, opening up with the front nose blunt. I like that strange angled kickflip. And straight into the crook.
Following it up, holding his speed all the way through.
The kickflip front lip, that is 2 tricks in one. Because he does a straight kickflip and then wrangles the front lip.
9 club, 9.1 for Mario McCoy.
Nice.
Taking an early lead. Sora Shirai getting bumped into second after his 9. Wow. These new SLS skaters are going to be unstoppable over the next few years. So you're watching the SLS World Tour Los Angeles. This is the men's final. Those are your top two, Mario McCoy and Sora Shirai. More to come, Nigel Houston, when we return. Street League Skateboarding is brought to you by Monster Energy.
Oh, yes! Woo! Let's go! Finally!
Hey, did you get that?
Dude, yeah, check it out.
What is this?
Funny my score.
Dude.
What?
Welcome back, everybody, inside the Galen Center at USC. This is the 2019 SLS World Tour Los Angeles. Taking a beautiful look at this street course. And now, on the spot, presented by Monster Energy. This 2019 LA course is the ideal for tech skaters who excel on ledges and rails, and with a perfectly symmetrical design, no tricks will be limited due to a skater's stance. The main starting section is where a lot of the biggest tricks will be going down, with 3 blocks and long hubbas on either side, along with a bump to rail option on either side on the way back up top. And then there's the centerpiece. Welcome to the danger zone right there. A gap to hubba where things can go wrong quick. Moving on to the middle of the section of the course, bump to bars and flat ledges are the safe route. You can risk it all on the gap to hubbas on the sides.
What's up? This is Matt Berger. We're here at Street League Los Angeles. This is my favorite section, and it just happens to be the big section. We got the gap in to hubba, pretty solid drop. This is where all the killers, the Jamie Foys, the Niges, the Felipes, they're gonna spend some time here. See? Manny Santiago already letting you know the bread and butter, the highest scores of the weekend coming from the big section here.
So there it is, California skate parks, designed and built course. It's a beautiful thing. They've been doing a great job for the last 10 years of SLS, designing amazing courses. And next in, Kelvin Hoffler, 2015 world champ, trying to get back on the top of the podium ever since. Here we go. What's the difference between Kelvin and Nyjah? Why isn't he winning more? Why is Nyjah always keeping him off the top?
Because Nyjah's pressure boils over into performance. That's what it is. It's once Kelvin starts putting pressure on Nyjah, Nyjah just gets better. And that's it. If Yuto puts pressure on Nyjah, Nyjah gets better. Everybody else cracks a little bit under the pressure. Kelvin's actually really good with the pressure, but Nyjah is just, he's not scared to take the worst slam ever just to win.
That's true. Kelvin Hoffler lighting up the arena. The crowd is on their feet here in the Galen Center for that trick. That's a signature Hoffler move. Half cab nose, popping it to back tail. So good at so many tricks.
See his little power slide right there. There's so much wax on that hubbo edge that once the dudes do a blunt slide and they come off onto the landing, you always see them chirp out a little bit on the ground.
8.5. Great score for Kelvin Hoffler,
Yep.
right where he wants to be. So Carlos Ribeiro on deck, but first we're going to throw it down to Andrew Cannon.
Thanks, Paul. I had a great talk with Carlos. We were talking strategy earlier, and he said the hardest thing, though, of all of it is really getting that practice. And he said warming up, it's really hard to kind of build up the courage to try these super difficult tricks. And for him, it's a lot easier when he's actually in the moment and the pressure is on. So hopefully he doesn't crack today and he makes it happen. Back to you.
Hey, that's an interesting point. These guys are trying dangerous tricks that you don't even want to try until the money's on the line, but you have to. You can't go into them cold.
No, you can't. You can't go in blind. You have to check it because you have to see whether it slides good, all that stuff. Like, you really have to know your speed, so you do have to try it. You just have to be okay with not skating the contest. You know, if you want to win the contest, you have to also be okay with getting complete dead last.
So as we were talking about earlier, Carlos has been skating really true to form here, sort of doing what he's very best at.
It's surprising that that messed up because he did a beautiful example of a nollie foot 50 earlier today.
Maybe one of the best ever.
Whoa! That
Nice.
could make up for it.
That's a good recovery. Carlos Ribeiro.
That was beautiful.
Now there's no way to take the lead at this point with any falls.
No, no.
Chasing a 9.2 and a 9.1. Those are the top two scores, but
He's so casual. Watch how locked his body is. Once he gets in, his body didn't really move. He knew exactly where to be, where his weight should be, and just sat in it.
7.7. It's a start.
Yeah, it's a confidence builder.
It's not a winning score. Yuto Horigome needs a 9.2 to take the lead. This is his first of 2 runs here in the final.
Starting off with a switch front tail. Cool move. He's really good at nollie and switch. There
Great
you go.
example.
There's proof. And a switch heel flip right after.
It's so impressive to see someone skate so casually under so much pressure. It's
Right.
interesting to see that. He's so loose and calm looking. 5 seconds left. He gets this one in.
Wow.
Nollie heel nose slide. Yuto Horigome does it.
That was a great move right there.
How's that run stack up against Mario McCoy and Sora Shirai?
Wow, I mean, that run was fantastic. I mean, starting off with a switch tail, that's already a good move. But then the nollie cab back lip, all that, or nollie 270 back lip for, you know, the sticklers out there. Perfectly rotated back 3. And then ending it big with this nollie heel nose. That was a smart move.
Wow. So expect a big score. And we get it. 9 club, 9.3. Yuto Horigome takes the lead from Mario McCoy. We're already seeing this leaderboard shuffle. And
But
that's going to happen until the end.
that's going to happen till the end because we're waiting to see 4 scores.
Nigel Houston, okay, when he's dancing, that means he feels good. And when he feels good, he's dangerous.
That sounded really natural. But you're not wrong. Oh, wow, look at that. I think he just figured that out right now. Just decided that that would be a good call.
That's a why not. And now working his way back up the course with tricks, not just pushing his way there. Half cab flip. Following it up. Kick flip, backside lip slide. Kick flip, fakie at the buzzer.
Hey,
Nigel.
That is a perfect example of that dude.
Okay, so Sora came in with the 9, Mario came in with a 9-1, Yuto 9-3, and then this from Nija.
Ninja.
Wow.
Yo, there were too many hammers. You can't even play them all back. You just have to watch it again. That, he actually did both proper too. He went on the correct side of the truck both times. And a kickflip backlip on that bump to bar in the run.
And then followed up with that. The cab flip was after time, but it was so impressive. 9.6 for Nigel Houston. This dude is the president of the 9 Club.
That's actually true.
'19 SLS World Tour Los Angeles men's final. And there is your leader. No surprise, Nigel Houston. And we'll be back with second runs right after this.
Yeah, I think this one is the most important thing for me because the Tampa Pro that one I got on Street League 2015, the Guinness Book. Me and Leticia. Yeah, what's that? The sauna. See? Fat. The best thing of the house, I think, is the park and the pool, I think. Back in Brazil, we didn't have like a skate park. It was like a dream to have like a skate park in my backyard, and here it is. Let's go swimming. Let's go, please, dude. No? Yo, can I go to the pool? One more and let's go.
That's a shot inside the Galen Center. The skate crowd out here enjoying the men's final at the 2019 SLS World Tour LA. And what a start to this final it has been. Nigel Houston up on top after the first runs with a 9.6. That is almost unheard of in the run section.
That was an unheard of run, though.
It really was. There are 4 9s on the board after 8 runs. Vincent Malou is in 7th place, coming off a 7.2 first run score. And now that score looks terrible in retrospect. He's got tons of work to do, but he can make it happen.
Yeah, he does have to adjust his plan, though, because everything that he did to qualify to this didn't get him to the top of even that ladder, and now the competition got harder. So he is adjusting it. Kickflip board side and kickflip lip side. This run is very good already. Good grief.
So any run with a fall now is going to probably be a write-off by the end, with 9s flying. That's a beautiful frontside flip, though.
Although he's flipped his board a lot, and the judges definitely award that. They know there's a lot that can go wrong when you flip your board. Look at this, starting off with a kickflip board, landing on the rail, kind of crazy. Still pulling it off, though. He's got that so dialed. I like the way he rolls that frontside flip around his front ankle. It's actually a perfect frontside flip for a transition.
7.7 score is in for Vincent Malou. It's an improvement from his first run, but it was all about that fall.
Yeah.
At this stage, you give the judges an opportunity. They're going to mark you down. Giovanni Viana is in.
That was cool. That's probably the only fakie trick that we're going to see off of that bump to rail tonight, unless he does another one.
Right. It's such a far distance to go at that backwards. It's heavy.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, fake-yellowing off a bump at that speed, if you miss the tail, it's just a terrible slam. Nobody wants that.
We don't want that.
We don't want it.
Signature Giovanni half cab front nose grind to finish it.
Front nose grind.
So it maybe just ran out of juice there a little bit at the end.
Starting with the up rail. That's actually impressive that he then did the fakie ollie lip after already doing a lip slide to fakie, possibly taking away the speed that he needed for the second trick.
Yeah, imagine if you don't quite have the speed, but you're going to go for it anyway.
Yeah, you're going to sit on that rail. He did that perfect. Half cab front nose, that is very hard to do.
8.6. That's an impressive score. Giovanni's got to feel good about that. Puts him in the lead for now. But as skaters start to put more scores up, that's going to change quick. Sora Shirai in 6th place, coming off a 9 first run score. Wow.
That's an aggressive front blunt. He should have just grabbed. Wow.
A lot of variety from Sora. Using the whole course, mixing it up. He's got to finish strong.
And there you go. So an identical run to the first one.
Do we expect?
He can expect the same or even a point less. Not a full point, but a tenth of a point less. Just because of the back tail. There's a lot that can go wrong with a big spin board slide. So it's an interesting choice for a run when you have some limited time.
8.9.
There you
There's
go.
the 10th.
Yeah.
Exactly what you're talking about. He bumped it up a little bit with the back tail maybe, but it was too similar to the first run.
Yeah.
Maybe bumped it down.
Yeah,
Bumped it up
I
and
mean,
down.
well, they were flopping around and stuff like that. I mean, exceptional skateboarding.
Yeah.
Nonetheless.
But this is the final.
This is the
Everything
final.
matters.
Yeah.
Mario McCoy, his first
That is
run
bizarre,
was a
yo.
9-1. That
You know, it happens. But unless he does a backflip down the stairs right now, you can expect a not 9 club. Oh, killing the photographers. That was cool.
It was very cool. Kickflip front Smith. He's hustling. Can he squeeze in one more trick? No, you're right. All right, Mario McCoy, second run is going to be a throwaway because you got to be. You're going to have to be in the 9s on almost every score for it to matter.
Kickflip front Smith. I wonder if that was planned or whether after a couple falls, he was like, ooh, I need something. Kickflip front Smith.
5.0. Nigel Houston getting some warm-ups in between. He'll be coming up again, coming off a 9.6 run. More men's final when we return.
Dude, this big section's huge.
It's not that big.
It's pretty damn big. What do you think you got on it?
I think I can do tray flip, quick nollie flip.
What? Tray flip, crook nollie. 20 bucks on it.
All right.
Yeah. All right, let's see it. Where's your board?
Board. I don't need my board.
Boom. There you go. Give me my 20 bucks. Give me my money. Dude.
This is his opportunity to win this contest right here.
Once again, the domination continues.
This is a victory lap for Nigel.
Nigel Houston wins the SLS Pro Open.
Nigel Houston showing why he is the most dominant skater in SLS history. Welcome back. It's the 2019 SLS World Tour Los Angeles. And we are in the men's final run section where Nigel Houston did it again in his first run, Chris.
You know, you just could never count on him bailing, you know? And it seems like most people can learn tricks, but they don't actually know them. He gets them all.
He's coming off back-to-back wins. He won in Rio and he won in London. London was a crazy contest. Manny Santiago putting it down. Oh, and then Malto with that gap nose blunt.
Oh, that was beautiful. Shane could have done that switch flip back tail with 1 foot.
Kelvin Hoffler putting it down, Gustavo Ribeiro, and then of course, Nigel Houston. Always coming through in the clutch, nollie heel back tail. What?
That was so cool. You know, it's like he does a trick one time and he just downloaded the program into his brain and it's just there forever.
His first run was a 9.6.
Yeah, that was a historic run.
Kelvin did a great run. Got an 8.5. He's on deck.
But he had some falls.
He's got room for improvement.
I mean, when there's a 9.6, it's like seeing shark fins and then they disappear, but you're still in the water, you know? Like you're just, that 9.6 is just hanging over your head.
Yeah, this could be one of those times you never know when Nigel shuts it down so hard that it's over by the third of the 5 best tricks, where it's like, hey, you can't catch him.
But here's the thing, if we do see that, that's going to be really exciting in and of itself because these guys are really good. So if he shuts it down that hard, we're seeing something different.
Run number 2 for Kelvin Hoffler. Trying to stay on for 45 seconds. At this stage of the game, the judges are looking for perfection.
I mean, he can deliver it.
Yes, he can. He's done it many times.
Wow, man. That was crazy. I didn't see that coming.
And again, that's a very risky trick, and to put it in the middle of the run.
Did you see that kickflip back lip? His back foot was in like a switch flip position when he landed on the rail, and he adjusted it on his way out of the rail.
And look, once again, Kelvin Hoffler, perfectly timed run, finishes it with the hammer.
How does he do that? With the perfectly timed runs, he's really, really efficient. Time management.
I wonder if he gets a ton of work done every day. He's just checking boxes.
He's a skateboarder, right? So I'm gonna doubt it. Look at this kickflip back lip. Back foot not there, and he adjusts it on the way out.
By the time the trick's over, it's bolts.
Yep. And there's a hammer just at the end of his line.
No surprise, Kelvin Hoffler, 9.1, back in the 9 club.
Throwing up the I love you, the thumb out.
Carlos Ribeiro in for his second of 2. Needs to get a 10 to move into second place. That's not gonna happen, but it's a funny stat this early in the game.
It is fun. Taking his time, though. I mean, even for him, that was a long pause.
He's like, Calvin, you got 10 tricks? I have 5 for you.
Yes. But if I've learned anything from Heath Kirchhardt's modus part, you can have less tricks if those tricks are awesome.
Quality counts.
That's right.
So the time's ticking. No hustle from Carlos. And that's time before the nollie heel 180 switch crook. So for Carlos, now it's all about best trick. He's going to have to do 4 great tricks out of 5.
Which is going to be tough, but you know, that's how the West was won, really, right?
Yeah.
He's got the moves.
Just got to make them.
That's right.
Yuto coming off a 9.3 on his first run. What happened?
He just came up too close. You know, nervous legs, scooped it instead of, like, you know, getting a good pop on it, scooped it too much, tail hit the side of the ledge. It happens. It's what you fear happening every single time you take off. I don't know if that's a switch heel or a nollie heel, because he waits till the very peak of the bank and then he starts to go backwards almost when he does it. It's like a carpet trick. You don't know which stance it is.
360 flips, got 7 seconds left.
That's impressive.
He got that trick in time, even with the fall. Huge finish once again for Yuto, but not the perfect run.
He has a really good nollie heel nose, like a Mark Appleyard-esque nollie heel nose. Like that, it's that dialed. Like he just covered all 8 bolts with his feet right there.
8.0. So an incredible run, but with the fall, I mean, it takes a point or more off the run.
It does. It does. Especially when it's one of the key moves.
Here we go.
Here he
Run
is.
2.
Wow, way to hold it together. Now you have to let that not shock you, though.
Is there any penalty for doing that trick, like sketchy like that for him?
Sure, but I mean, he had a 9.6. So like, if there's a penalty on one move in his run, what does it end up being? A 9?
10 seconds left.
He can check the clock and adjust and be gnarly.
Whoa! Not enough speed to get up into the blunt, got rejected at the last second.
He's like, you. Couldn't be me.
So that, I mean, obviously an amazing run.
Yeah. Look at this. Just misses getting that wheel on top, but still pulls it off. And then last second, kickflip back lip.
The fact that he still went for the blunt kickflip after that kind of landing,
Yep.
impressive.
Yeah, it was a cool move, especially since it was going to be after time.
7.8. That was a hard one, 7.8.
Yeah.
So that is it for the run section. Nyjah Huston now in 3rd place. And there's a look at the leader. Absolute rookie, Sora Shirai from Japan with a 17.9 overall score. 2 incredible runs. We'll be back with the best trick section right after this.
Tech Deck lets you throw down next level tricks at the best spots. Show your style your way with real board graphics from real skate brands. Tech Deck, start small, go big.
This is the 2019 SLS World Tour Los Angeles Men's Final inside the Galen Center at USC. And it is a beautiful night in here for skateboarding. It's been amazing so far. And let's talk about the basics. 2 sections of Street League. The run section, that one is over. And now it's time to move on to best trick. Each skater gets 5 attempts anywhere on the course. And then at the end of it all, a skater's top 4 scores will count from any section. That's the basics. Let's bring in Andrew Cannon, who's course side. What do you think is going to happen down here in this best trick, Andrew?
I don't know, Paul. Basically, what I thought was super interesting, everyone came out swinging 9s on their first runs, and then the second one, it was like everyone got a little psyched out. So I think maybe the nerves are kind of settling in, and I think we're going to see some crazy skating as we move into this right now.
I think you will be right. And Carlos Ribeiro, first skater in. The order has been shuffled based on the standings after the run section. So Carlos finished the run section in 8th. He's the first one in for best trick. Mario McCoy will be second in. He's in 7th place.
Nicely done. Mario McCoy has that kickflip gun, such a strong front foot to flick in, and it just, he aims it where it should go, and it just goes there.
So the skaters with the kickflip gun, it's like this. If they can do the trick, then they can kickflip into the trick.
Yep.
You got a back lip? Well, then you got a kickflip back lip.
But he can't do Casper stalls because of it.
That's right. His gun is too powerful. 8.3, a great score for Mario McCoy. Vincent Malou in next, in 7th place, a 7.6, moves him into the lead.
Wow.
Wow.
That is a trick that I have not seen out of Vincent.
Hard flip backside lip slide on the gap to Hubba. First try out.
He did that really well. A proper flick. I like that he came out regular too, completing the rotation of the hard flip. That was really well done. I hope he gets a good score for that. Yep.
9 clubs are flying. 9.2 for Vincent Milou from France. Willie Santos, congratulations on being down with a rad skater. Giovanni Viana, he's in 7th.
Wow, that is a psycho.
Talk us through it.
I mean, nobody else is going to do that trick. Full cab front nose on the hubba. I mean, the way that you spin into it, it's already hard. This thing is long, but your wheels make so much contact on the side that you're in danger of sticking and then just doing like a 360 with your body down to the ground. But he pulled it off really, really well.
8.8. The bag of tricks Giovanni has is so unique. We're going to see more of it. Yuta Horigome, he's in 7th, had a 9.3 and an 8 in the run section. This is his first of 5 best tricks.
Oh. It's such a tough contest, but you want that first go out there to be a make because you want to race to 4 scores.
Right. 4 scores count. You cannot be anywhere near the podium without 4 amazing scores.
There's something about it inside your heart that makes it feel disgusting if you don't have 4 scores. Whoa.
So the computer program malfunctioned on that one. We saw it in the semis. Big spin, back lip.
Well, you see him holding his head. He's like, what? I can't believe it. Whereas everybody else would be like, yeah, I can believe it. I can't believe I tried that.
What was I thinking?
Yeah.
All right, Kelvin Hoffler in 5th place.
What got into me?
Coming off an 8.5 and a 9.1.
Dude, You know, that hubba's just got a kind of a tall drop off. It's tall enough that it'll mess you up, but it's not so tall that you're completely adjusting your game plan to deal with it.
So Sora Shirai, who's the leader coming into best trick, he can put something solid down. He can get back there.
That trick is so rad. To crank it all the way to like switchback nose grind, fake you 5, whatever you want to call it.
Right. Because we've
It's
seen
cool.
many people do that over the years to switch crook.
To crook.
Yeah.
But
Fake
I
and
mean,
crook.
he locks into nose grind too. Like he stops the rotation completely. It's not like he just bangs into it. Like there's a stopping of the spin. It's a cool move, and he has specials that are all him like that.
There it is, again and again. Sora Shirai, 9.1.
The crowd loves a 9 club. They feel like they're also being awarded.
Yes.
You know, they're part of this party.
Everybody goes home with the medal. Carlos Ribeiro. Trying to make up for a miss on his first try. Ooh!
Yes!
That's a Carlos special.
Whoa! And then hitting him with the Stevie after on the ledge.
Nobody's doing the nollie back 180 to switch back Smith.
Watch how high he pops the nollie to make sure he has time to rotate it.
No problem with the dip.
None.
And
This
it-
angle will show. Look at how high he went above that ledge.
Just a finger touch.
Yeah, he's just checking the concrete.
8.8.
Yeah, he had the selfie hand.
Mario McCoy. Looking for his 4th score already. And he gets it.
Oh, yes. Looking to kickflip into stuff.
A kickflip lip slide on that has been a big move. A kickflip nose blunt slide on it.
He's the only one doing that. Look at how well he did it, too. That was a good nose blunt.
There's that kickflip gun in full effect.
.8. Good score.
8.
He kickflips into tricks like drummers spin a drumstick, you know?
Yeah. You know what the crowd wanted, though.
Of course. Once you award a 9 club, it's just, it's an avalanche.
They get greedy. Vincent Milou in.
Yikes! You don't notice how big the obstacles are until somebody's, you know, flying without a board.
Giovanni Viana in next. He's in 3rd place. A 7.1 moves him into the lead with 4 scores.
Skating his board backwards.
Oh, heavy duty cab back lip fakie.
So, what do the judges do? Because they have to judge the trick, and that was a gnarly trick. Do they start to go, man, skating a lot of fakie?
I say
I don't think they should.
He's in that honeymoon phase though, where everything he does is new right now.
That's right.
If we see that in 2 years, it's like, okay, we get the idea. You're
Yeah.
big on fakie.
But also, I mean, if you skate a lot of goofy foot or skate a lot of regular, you know?
So maybe that 8.4 is a reflection of
What
a
I'm
lot of
talking
fakie.
about.
Yeah, what you're talking about.
Where they're like, hey, you know, they want a board flip or something like that, you know? There's Yuto. He barely made that. He almost went out the front upon landing, but he pulled it together.
Nollie 270, switchback tail, hanging on.
And that's saying a lot because he has that move. But it's just landing on that front end a little bit. It's scary from that drop.
But by the time he's riding out of it, pretty solid.
Absolutely.
And there's the shield. 9 club again for Yuto Horigome. And the crowd feels vindicated. So Yuto getting his 3rd score. Nigel Houston, he's in 8th place, but that doesn't mean too much right now. He only has 2 scores. Oh! Big flip. Okay, so in the semis, he did the big spin back lip.
Yep.
And so in the finals, bumping it up, big flip back lip. 0 for 2 on it. 0 for 2. And now he's starting to put the pressure on himself for his last 3 tries. Kelvin Hoffler had a bail on his first try. Sticks it here. Cab back tail. And we've seen Kelvin deliver so many times with clutch tricks. And that's usually one of them, cab back tail fakie. That's always good for a solid score.
Little free ride there for a second.
No finger touch for Kelvin. 8.5. Sora Shirai getting psyched, going for his 4th score.
Whoa. See, that is a good strategy. I thought he was going to go for the front 180 switch crook, and it would have just been lackluster after doing the front 180 switchback nose grind. So good call, especially with Vincent nailing that hard flip.
This is the SLS World Tour LA men's final. It's the best trick section. We'll be back with attempt number 3 when we come back.
Chase Gabor, first ever women's SLS world champion.
True Skate is the official mobile game of Street League Skateboarding. True Skate is free to download this weekend, and SLS course packs are on sale at 50% off. Back inside the Galen Center for the SLS World Tour LA Men's Final, and you're looking at a beautiful shot of this skate course. California Skate Parks has been behind the innovative design and construction of all the courses throughout SLS 10-year history. Chris, how good are they at what they do?
I mean, they absolutely nail it. It's very specific. You have to make sure that the transitions are smooth and all the banks are smooth. There's no bumps before the takeoff. It's a big job.
And even more than the build sometimes is the design, where everything is, the steepness of the banks, the pitch, the height of the rails, the distance between obstacles. It takes a genius to make that happen, and that genius name is Joe C. Thank you very much, Joe C., for making it happen these 10 years. Carlos Ribeiro on deck for his 3rd of 5 best trick attempts, top of the order. He's in 7th place, and he has work to do.
No. Why?
It's so frustrating to see somebody get that close to such an amazing trick, sort of get it taken away from him. Robbed.
Such a bummer.
Mario McCoy in second place. He has 4 scores on the board. He's trying to get rid of a 5. And that will do it. Kickflip,
That was
front
smart.
lip. Just getting rid of the 5, replacing it with something obviously higher.
Yeah, creep up a little bit.
Yeah, he's in a comfortable spot in second. A 6.5 moves him into the lead. Currently held by Giovanni Viana, the Brazilian. And a 7.5 for Mario McCoy. And there you go, your new leader, Vincent Malou, now in 6th place, trying to get his 4th score on the board right here. Signature Vincent Malou move right there.
Such a bizarre move, too. To do kickflip front lips on ledges, that's a different animal completely. And he does it well.
It seems to take almost brute force.
Yeah, but he also has it every which way. So he's kickflipping, and it doesn't lap all the way over, but he still pulled it. And sometimes it laps all the way over, and he slides the whole top.
8.4 moves Vincent onto a podium position for now. 3rd place, 32.5 overall score. Giovanni Viana is in next. An 8 will get him back in the lead.
Oh my!
Talk about close.
I mean, what a ruthless pick of trick right there. Full cap back nose one.
So he's going to have 2 more tries to put that trick down and try to get rid of a 6.8. And an 8 or better puts him in the lead, and that trick is worth a lot. Yuto Horigome in 5th, looking for his 4th score.
That was cool. That part wasn't. But hey, that's a 9 club move, straight up. Nobody else is going to do that. Nobody has done that.
Here comes Nyjah.
Gosh. It's crazy that it's getting down to this point with Nyjah where he has to start figuring out what he's going to do, because he put together such an incredible run that now he's like stuck.
He has a 9.7, or he has a 9.6 and a 7.8, and he has to make his last 2 tricks. He has to. Kelvin Hoffler in next for his 3rd attempt, looking for his 4th score. He could jump up real quick. All he needs is a 7.7 to take the lead. And he wants the filmer out of his way.
I did that a lot too. Chase Gabor would always be like, hey, what trick are you doing? I'm like, don't film me. Oh, okay. We're talking big spin out.
Kelvin looking for his 4th score. Nyjah looking for his 3rd and 4th scores.
That is.
Could be a shakeup here.
What's bizarre, though, is that Nyjah's trying tricks that he normally doesn't do, and he does have so many moves he could do.
All right, now Sora
Goodness.
has put himself in a similar spot, taken a hard one on the hard flip front board.
Is that a wrist or a fingers bent backwards? Because both are terrible.
With 2 best trick attempts left for all these skaters, Mario McCoy is in the lead. Giovanni Viana is in 2nd. Vincent Malou in 3rd. And Carlos Ribeiro going down again.
This is very peculiar.
The veterans are stressing. The kids are on fire. They're in the lead. The kids are on the podium right now. We've seen 6 missed tricks in a row. And Mario McCoy, the current leader, is trying to get rid of a 7.5.
Oh my!
And he sends one.
That was so good. Dude, that was really good. That was a massive frontside flip.
That's the most excited I've seen you get, Chris, over a frontside flip. So we're backing it.
Look at it. Look at it. He looks like he was towed in by a motorcycle.
The power of Mario McCoy.
Where did he get that speed from, actually? That's a solid make.
So he's going to get rid of that 7.5.
Yeah, they better score
guess.
that like it was perfect.
8.3. Mario McCoy increases his lead. He has a 34.5 overall score. He is way up on top. Vincent Malou needs a 9.3 to catch him. Woo! He's not going to get a 9.3, but he's trying to get rid of a 7.2. So that's going to help his chances on his last try. Strategy.
It's a good strategy. Better strategy is to just get bucked.
Right, because he's leaving it up to the judges. They could say, you know what? We don't think that's better than a 7.2. They could say that.
Totally.
He got mildly bucked, but not all the way buck.
Yeah.
8.8. Buck score. That is a buck score. I'm not going to say buck anymore this final.
That's enough.
Giovanni Viana in 3rd place, trying to get rid of a 6.8. An 8.8 will move him into the lead.
What does he do? Oh. Jeez.
He goes back for that. He's got to go back to it and make it in his final attempt, and he could potentially win here tonight with that trick. Lehi Laichi, fellow Brazilian, coaching him on, saying, do it. Yuto Horigome in next. He's in 5th place, needs an 8.3 to take the lead. Oh!
Yeah.
Wow!
That is a psycho. Nollie back 270, no slide. As blind as a trick can get. Whoa, and he did it really well. It's really hard to aim while your head is spinning around. It's like spinning a 360 and then trying to shoot an arrow.
9 club, 9.4. We have a new leader in Yuto Horigome. A 35.7 overall score. That is huge. And for Nigel Houston, he needs to make this try to have any chance at it.
Oh.
And that is Nigel's final in a nutshell. 4 bails in a row after starting his final with a 9.6 run score.
You know, but we all got to watch that run. That was pretty real. This is how skateboarding is.
So a shakeup is happening here in LA. Kelvin Hoffler still looking for his 4th score. He needs a 9.7 to take the lead, but anything at this point is going to help put a score on the board.
Woof.
So Kelvin putting all the pressure on the last final attempt. Sora Shirai, he's in 5th, and 8.8 moves them into the lead. getting it.
It's frustrating.
Pressure can do that.
Yeah.
One last best trick attempt still here to come in the final. Yuto Horigome is the leader with an overall 35.7. He is on fire. They're all trying to win one of these, an SLS trophy from the World Tour. Los Angeles, SLS will be back.
There was a day, so like you. There was a day, so like you.
Thank you.
The crowd in the Galen Center is on its feet for the SLS World Tour Los Angeles Men's Final. There's one attempt left for the 8 skaters here in our final, battling for Olympic qualifying points. Yuto Horigome up on top. Carlos Ribeiro in 7th. He has 1 try left. A 6.2 will move him into 5th, and that's as high as he's going to be able to get. Looking for his 4th score here in the final. And he nails it.
That was really good looking.
That's a great way to go out.
That's right.
So a 6.2 moves him into 5th. Anything higher than that keeps him in 5th. Nollie flip back 5-0.
Look at how well he locks into that. All the way up against his toe side wheel to just press on the edge. He can give it as much pressure as possible.
8.8. Congratulations, Carlos Ribeiro, moving on up.
It is nice to move up, especially on last go.
Mario McCoy, he's in 2nd place. He needs a 9.6 for the lead. Whoa! He made that happen.
Dude, he's so rad. Rad dude, rad skater.
He's gonna stay in 2nd place for now.
Look at that.
But no one is safe here in the final.
Nope. Just like Game of Thrones. No one's safe. Look at that. He kind of nollied out of it too. Just missing the crook, getting into a nose slide, dealing with it because he's a professional.
7.4.
Great showing by Mario.
2nd place.
Really, really good.
Now he's got to sit and wait. Vincent Malou is in 3rd. A 9.4 puts Vincent in 1st place. He's going to stay in 3rd.
He's gonna get a shinner for it too.
We're working our way through these last tries here in the men's final. 5 skaters still to go. And there are only a few chances for anyone to take the lead. Giovanni Viana needs a 10 to win. A 10!
Oh! Hey, Great choice out of him.
Yeah. Valiant
Giovanni,
effort.
that was a really good choice of move right then. Plus, way to make the highlight reel. Not that he didn't already, he nailed it.
Now, leader Yuto Horigome. His lowest score is an 8. He's trying to build on his lead and seal it.
Yikes.
Doesn't do it.
That trick is really, really difficult. Switch back 180, back nose grind, or whatever you call it. Switch, pivot.
There are 3 skaters left here in tonight's final. Nyjah, Kelvin, and Sora Shirai. They are in 6th, 7th, and 8th places. Nyjah in 8th. He just wants to make something to go out on a high note.
That's right. That's how he is. He's so competitive, and he's going to try. Team almost made it.
0 for 5 here in the best trick section for Nyjah Huston tonight. He put it all out there. He wasn't going to compromise.
Yeah, you can't win every single time.
So now it comes down to the final 2 skaters with Yuto Horigome in the lead. Kelvin Hoffler is in 7th place. He needs a 9.7 to win it. Is that possible?
That's a very tall order.
There's our leader, Yuto Horigome.
It's a tall order, but Kelvin has some tricks up his sleeve, and he will definitely try them.
Not gonna happen tonight.
Man.
And then there was one. Sora Shirai, out of Japan.
Needs an 8.8 for first.
We have guaranteed a Japanese champion one way or another. It's either Yuto Horigome or Sora Shirai right here. An 8.8 would give Sora the win.
Man, that's a lot of pressure.
Oh! And Yuto Horigome has done it! Repeat LA champion. What a night! And he did it with 4 scores. A 9-3, an 8, a 9, and a 9-4. He's fighting that smile. There it is. Makes a rare appearance.
Yep. Keeps it collected.
What a wild final, Chris. Congratulations to Yuto for taking it. 2019 SLS World Tour LA winner. Stick around.
Very, very excited about our next skater on the course. Can't wait to see what he's got in store for us. Dropping in and True Skate, the official mobile game of Street League Skateboarding.
This is his opportunity to win this contest right here.
This is a victory lap for Nyjah.
Nyjah Huston wins the SLS Pro Open.
Nyjah Huston showing why he is the most dominant skater in SLS history. Street League Skateboarding has been brought to you by Tech Deck. and by the Galen Center. And we're back. We just witnessed one of the craziest finals of all time with Yuto Horigome from Japan shutting it down, finishing with an overall score of a 35.7. There's him with that first place trophy. Let's take a look at the overall results here tonight from the final. Japan up on top, Yuto Horigome, followed by the rookie Mario McCoy from America and the Frenchman Vincent Malou rounding out the podium. Wow, what a finish. And we are gonna send it down to Andrew Cannon, who is on the course for the awards.
Yuto, you skated amazing out there. You did 4 unbelievable tricks, getting yourself up into that top spot with a score a little over a 35. What was your strategy coming into the finals?
Thank you so much. My strategy is just try hard, because everyone's so crazy. Everyone have a hard trick. Just try hard.
Well, you definitely did it, and you worked out for you. So best of luck. Congratulations, Yuto. We appreciate all the great skating. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Andrew Cannon. And congratulations to Yuto for the Monster Energy highest scoring trick, 9.4. Yuto, it's been Yuto all night long.
That was good, man.
So Yuto Horigome, he won here last year. Follows it up here again tonight.
Different tricks.
He's that good.
He is that good.
And we saw a crazy meltdown from Nigel Houston, who started out first run 9.6, and then it was downhill from there. But it is all about Yuto tonight. And Mario McCoy finishing in second, Vincent Malou in third, the youngest and newest members of the SLS family on the podium here tonight. Congratulations to all the skaters in the final.